See if I can get a notification.
What channel is it on?
Nashville.
Oh, okay, I see it. It's up.
All right. Yes, sir. All right, hey, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom
All right, first and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory to
to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Bahashem,
Messiah,
Yahushua, Bahashem,
Kakadash.
Kakadash.
All right, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who we well and taught us the truth. And as always, give much peace, love, and salutations to those for elect. All right, it's a great millstone, Nashville camp coming at you with another quick lesson through the spirit. All right, Yahweh Shem Mashah, Lord, and be edifying. As you can see, the title, stay in your pay grade. You know, and this inspired. I was watching the video from Pastor Ramblab earlier. And that's really the inspiration of it. The video he did today. What was the title? I just said it.
What book should I read?
Yeah. What book should I read? It was a response to a comment, but going into it, he was talking about, if you're young in the truth, making sure you just stand on the milk, things like that, and that's very true, because a lot of times, Jake perceive that they know a lot, man, and that's where that pride starts to come in. Real quick, I'll get this. Talks about knowledge, puff it up.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I spelled that right. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 8 and verse 1. Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. Okay, and that's the thing, Jake get a little bit of wisdom and they start to think that they know everything, and they think that they can dive into the deep parables of the scriptures and even go as far as going outside of the scriptures, going to these other books and things like that. And that does nothing but cause confusion, man. That's why the apostle was saying, if you're not fully rooted, you shouldn't really be concerned or worried about trying to, tap into these other books and things like that, because they had the spirit to do that. They're up there in age through the spirit, so they're able to go and just and pick out the meat from the bones, if you will. And everybody's not able to do that. But so like, I'm gonna get this. Did you have anything?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna get this. 1 Peter 2. I'll start at the top. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. Right? Because when you come into this truth, especially when you first come in, all right, you're considered a baby. Why? Because you're relearning everything that, as what's the scripture? We'll say, though you once knew this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get that.
Yeah, like you were saying, we basically they got a thing in the world called data dump. You got to dump out all the knowledge that you learn from Christianity, and got to be taught everything, because you can't take 10% of what you learn with Christianity and mix it the other 90% with the truth, because you're gonna be going off. It's gonna be conflicting, because here it is in plantation Christianity. You might believe in everything, but then you hold on to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's that? I'll get that too. I'll get that for you real quick.
So yeah.
Damn, what is it? Sound doctrine. Because that's a beautiful point that you said. You can't, like you said, they'll hold on to hell doctrine. Then that's not, according to sound doctrine. 2 Timothy 4 and 3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. But there was another one that I wanted.
And that's beautiful, because Jake, they want to basically, each Israelite, they find a group that fits who they are instead of the actual truth. So if you're more of a maybe like a reserved Israelite. Maybe you want to go with a soft spoken Israelite. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They find someone that fits their actual personality instead of don't look at the man. Look at the words. Are they going to the scriptures, breaking them down? Whether he's fat, tall, ugly, it doesn't matter about that outer appearance. It's about the words that's coming out of that person's mouth. Is it matching up with the scriptures? Are they coming in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Or are they pleasing your flesh, saying, "Oh, you can go and have a big Israelite wedding. You can wear, you can, have dreads." Are they saying stuff pleasing to the flesh, or are they coming strictly by the book? If you ask, hey, if you ask a question, are they coming with the precepts to back it up?
yeah. Now I got this. First Timothy's 4:16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, meaning the whole doctrine, 100% truth. All right,
Mhm.
continuing them, for in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. And then also Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Which the apostles are heavy on that, man. You don't see, that's why, like I said, especially if you were a younger brother in this truth, man, you shouldn't realistically don't be watching IUIC and ISUPK and all these other camps. The apostles and elders do that to point out to what mark the divisions
Mhm.
and the offenses, okay, defending the
Mhm.
gospel. You're not on that pay grade.
Kind of
you know
just
go ahead Salaki.
kind of beautiful because I was seeing a video where the apostle was pointing out where they was going off uh, on the seven heads. I want to say
Yeah,
they had Russia as one of the seven heads, but
who
it's,
was that?
it's
IUIC, I think.
yeah, it's one of them groups.
Yeah,
So
yeah, one of them.
if you watching them and us and we break down the seven heads, you're gonna be confused because they going off on that part. So that's the
Yeah,
reason why you got to stick with one group, and that's Great Millstone to get that 100% truth. Because if you watching this group believes in this, they even though Sakari might teach 90% of or 95% of what we teach, there is some slight differences. So you're gonna be going off on that portion of it. And then you get further and further away from the truth. When you get the IUIC, you get the ISUPK, you get the GOCC, man, you damn near like 6% with GOCC.
right. And they got nothing. And they off as hell, bro. I'm gonna get this real quick, going to what you're saying. Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with everyone the doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie and wait to deceive.
Mhm.
That's what you don't want to be in, man. Being tossed to and fro with everyone the doctrine, listening to every camp. Then on top of that, you trying to read all these other extra books, the book of Enoch, the book of Jubilee, the book of, what is it? Is it Jasher? Not Jasher. Is it Jasher?
Yeah, Book of
Yeah,
Jasher.
all these other, all these other books. You tune into the flat earth doctrine and shit like that, man. You're being tossed with every wind of doctrine. You're not gonna be rooted. And ultimately, yeah, the most high is just gonna take you out, man, because you're not rooted. Okay. Um, and so, and that's why, the apostles really going into like I said, the title of that lesson was, what book should you be reading? And as he said, man, as he stated, if it's not the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, or the New Testament, man, stay away from it. Especially if you're a younger brother. All right. So First Peter 2:2, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that she may grow thereby. Okay, and that's the thing. You have to, going into what we were saying, we have to you can't be mixing doctrines. You have to throw away everything that you have learned and relearn it, if you will, because according to Jude 1:5, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this. Okay, so we once knew this truth. We once knew the law, statutes, commandments, and Yahweh Shema Shai, but it was that great falling away. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is all part of the Most High bringing us back to that remembrance and remembering our nationality and remembering who we are as a nation. So that's why what? when you first come back to it, you got to stick to the milk, stick to the simple things, man. It's okay that you don't know how to break down the book of Daniel, the book of Revelation. You know, you could break down the whole book of, you could break down the whole apocrypha. It's all right if you don't know how to do that. You know, and Jake does that in seeking to seem like they're the wisest person on the earth. It's not that deep, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
know, with time will come wisdom. With experience will come wisdom. You know, and it also goes to really just Jake being patient, because through the spirit, if you endure, you're gonna be able to break down all these things. It's a given,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're just, you know, obviously if you're not a elect, but if you're just lazy. But if you're consistently doing what you need to be doing, not doing the bare minimum, but doing, you know, what you need to do, fulfilling your life, you're gonna be able to break down these things. It comes with these learning most of these scriptures, all of these scriptures comes with time, man. You know?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
go ahead.
Like you were saying, just if you can understand the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and just build upon that, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, that's enough right there. Just understanding that, hey, that these curses apply to the 12 tribes of Israel, and then your knowledge is going to grow from there. You know,
Hmm.
no, that's basically the milk to show you, like, when we bring out uh, the 12 tribes sign Ezekiel 37, we go through a couple of the curses. That, if someone come up, we say, hey, we bring that Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, bring that out, show them,
Yeah.
and then we show them, go into the book of Revelation, show how it corresponds with that. That's two precepts right there. And then we show them that, just different precepts,
You can pull articles. You know, you can
for
go into the,
articles.
you can go into the history, because like I said, Deuteronomy 28:68, the one where it says the yoke of iron, because that was the biggest precept for me when I first woke up to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It was that, because I was able to Google that and see the images, of
Mm-hmm.
Jake. So you can build off of that, build up articles. Hey, this is us. This is we was a slaves. Do this or that. Pull up how they had certain churches that were built, and they had Hebrew writing on some of the
Mm-hmm.
the little chairs and things
Yeah,
like that.
that church in Georgia. Yep.
Yeah, it's not. You don't have to make this extra than what it already. You know what I'm saying? Than what it already is. It's really simple. It's the simplicity of Yahweh Shem Hashai. You know. Um, I'll get this. Hebrews 5. Uh, yeah, verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as one to have need, Slaki, such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. Right. So when you first come in, you don't have, you really don't have any place trying to go above and beyond into certain breakdowns, certain scriptures and things like that. Keep it simple. We're not saying don't expand your horizon. Definitely seek that knowledge. Because I would talk to the brothers about it a couple times. It'd be sometimes I watch a video, from apostles or elders, and there'll be a part they'll go into. I don't understand it at that time, but it'll be a time, a couple months later down the line, I'll actually get the understanding of it. And it also goes to, just praying to the Lord, hey, asking for more wisdom, because you're gonna receive it. What
Kanye,
verse? Go ahead, go ahead.
Kanye, because the Hebrews 5:30, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. So, like you were saying, you can't be going into too deep stuff. Here it is. You only been in the truth for 6 months. And you trying to break down the virgin birth.
Yeah,
That's what are you doing, Jake? That
man.
you didn't leave that alone. That's not for you. That's for me. That's like for the elders and apostles.
Yeah,
Stuff like that come up. I don't touch stuff like that because
yeah.
I don't feel like even though I understand it, just because I can understand it doesn't
You
mean
might not be able to teach it.
I can't teach it. So you got,
Exactly.
like you say, stay in your pay grade. Kaya, that's not my pay grade. I I understand it. That doesn't mean that I won't ever get it. But as of right now, that's not my pay grade to go into the virgin birth. No, that's like hands off.
Right. And that, essentially it's the same thing. Like, imagine going to your job and you trying to fulfill the role of a manager and you just started yesterday. That's not going to make any sense. You trying to, you trying to join the meeting with the managers and the assistant managers and things like that. Yeah, I think we should improve on that too. You just started. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have everybody looking like, who the fuck is this dude?
I'll take the trash out.
Right, right. But that's it. And really that's it through the spirit. Like, it's not to belittle brothers or anything like that, but it's simply what it is. If you are hired to be a cook and you're trying to fill the role of the manager of the store, you're stepping way out of your pay grade. You don't even get to do this. You see what I'm saying? These men have been here long enough. They have the experience. If you get a manager job or a manager, if you get a manager job, 9 times out of 10, you get experience. You see what I'm saying? So these men have, the apostles and elders on down, they have the experience to go into things like this. If you don't have that experience, you know what I'm saying, or that knowledge or the understanding, you really have no business doing that. That doesn't mean you don't watch any videos on it. Definitely, that's what you should be doing. Just listen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Listening and learning. That's really the only thing you should be doing. But as far as going out to try and teach it, like, no, because even if you like you said, it was beautiful. You might know what it means, but you might not be able to properly break it down to somebody. Because there's a couple of things like I know, there's certain things that I do know. You know what I'm saying? I've heard and I've listened and learned it. But me personally, I'm not able to go out and teach those things. I word it the wrong way. Now you're confusing us. You see, so you want to wait till that time is right. The time ye ought to be teachers, okay, to go and do that. Verse 14, but strong meat belongeth to them that are that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And then that's the thing. You have to be able to do that, discern both good and evil, be able to pick the meat from the bones. See, if you first coming in, you're reading all these extra books and listening to these other camps, how you gonna know which one's right or wrong? You're not proving yet. So you have to really, like I said, it mainly goes into patience, man. Being patient, okay, and waiting on the Lord to give. Hey, can you get that scripture? Where it says the Lord giveth the increase.
I got
you. If you know where it's at, let me see right here. If not, I can paraphrase it. I believe it's in the New Testament. First Corinthians 3.
It's 3 and 7. First Corinthians 3 and 7.
Yeah, it started at 5. You can start at 5. A little bit.
Okay. All right. So First Corinthians 3.
Salaki. We going on the milk. Start at the top.
Okay, fine. First Corinthians 3 and 1. And our brethren could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Hamashiach.
All right, go ahead.
I have fed you with milk. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able.
Exactly. What it say? I have fed you with milk and not with meat. Why? Because you're not able to receive that meat yet. You see what I'm saying? Then you could jump down to verse 6 and then
First Corinthians 3 and 6. I have planted Apollos, watered, but the Most High gave the increase. So then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watered, but the Most High that giveth the increase.
Right. Hey, so at the end of the day, it's the Most High. All right, Yahweh Shemashah that gives you the increase. That's why, like I said, it's just if you don't receive something right then and there, just pray to the Lord about it, man. You know, pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, and what he's gonna do, he's gonna give you that increase. You know, especially if you're part of the elect, you're gonna
Mhm.
receive that increase. You're gonna get that knowledge that you need to get salvation. You know, and then that, you know, it was beautiful. Like I said, we going into the milk. You know, staying in the pay grade. You know, when you start, like I said, when it started up. You know, he didn't feed. You know, he fed you milk and not strong meat. You know, the
Mhm.
strong meat is for those that are of full age. Okay.
And another thing Jake got to do, if you don't understand something, just don't make a comment. Don't make a scoffing comments. That's what a lot of newer brothers, because they used in the world, voicing their opinion
Yeah.
about what they don't understand. All you got to do is, the one thing I didn't understand when I first came in was like reincarnation. I clicked the video, put it in my like section until I was able to understand it. I didn't understand the hell doctrine. I didn't understand reincarnation. But I say, you know what? Hey, these brothers, they're bringing the precepts out. It's not meant for me to understand it right now. But as time progressed, I went back and watched those videos. I was like, man, it makes sense. After hearing the precepts, after precepts, breaking it down, I said, oh, this it makes sense. So
Yeah.
bro, you gotta understand you can't, if you don't understand something, just say, you know what? I
Wait.
just wait. Pray, like you said, pray, ask for more understanding, and then the most high will eventually give you the increase, but just don't become scoffing. Because we will block you.
Right.
You won't be
Hey,
able to make a comment, but you can watch the video, but you won't be able to make a comment.
hey, real quick. Ecclesiasticus and Sirach 5. I started verse 10. Be steadfast in thy understanding. To land back on what you said. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. And so that's really it, man. If you have the understanding, that's cool. But if not, lack a better term, shut the fuck up. You know, everything doesn't require an answer or a response, like you said. You know, we're coming out the world, bro. You know, and that's a worldly thing. Jake always got to respond to something. Everything doesn't, especially when you come. When scriptures say, "Speak not in the multitude of elders." Speak,
Mhm.
for paraphrasing. You know, basically, don't be speaking a lot when you're around a body of elders, okay, or great men. All right, but that's it. If you don't have that understanding, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Meaning just don't say anything. If you don't understand it, that's cool. Hold your peace. Just be quiet. You listen, it's be swift to hear. You know, you should be more quick to hear than to be ready to say something. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm a was you gonna say something? Or did you have appreciate?
No, I think that was all the presets I had because we had some of the same ones. So,
Okay, Con. What did you get, Isaiah?
oh, okay, I got that.
Con, you get that. And I'll close on this Sirach 3.
Okay, fine. I got Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
And
So
that's it. Oh, go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
So I mean that's the way. So if you doing the truth, just that alone can be a stumbling block to you because you don't really understand, what it really means. A line upon line, it could be a line from the Old Testament. It'd be a line with the New Testament. Those different precepts actually form a complete thought. And a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with the book of Revelations, it'll jump time periods on you. So
Yeah.
if you read it just straight through like a novel, here it is. It's talking about the 1,000 years, then it jumped to another 1,000 years, and you be all confused. That's why you gotta have teachers to point this out to you. This you got to jump down because if you read it straight through, you'd be confused. So that's the reason why, like, as newborn babes, that's why we have apostles and elders to teach us and go through the scriptures and prove it to us that, hey, when you go line upon line, sometimes you got to jump down a few verses to keep that same, thought going. And hey, and the milk is the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Learn, the first 5 books of the Bible. I mean, that's part of your basics, understanding the law. Here it is.
Really?
You don't understand the law, and that's the foundation. If you don't have a foundation,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be built wrong.
Right. Exactly. That's it, bro. I'm gonna get this Sirach 3 and let me see. I'll start at 18. 3 and 18, Sirach 3 and 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. And that's the thing, you got to be in that meek spirit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be in an anxious spirit to try to get the whole understanding of the Bible in your first 6 months of being in the truth. This going to take time, bro. Calm down and just relax. And it's okay. Like I said, we not belittling brothers and we ain't scoffing at brothers because we all went through it.
Check
I thought
like
that you had to read the whole book in the span of a couple weeks. Like, no, like it's all right.
you know that warhead candy, how they
Yeah,
head blown up. That's how you gonna be, man. You gonna blow your
what
head
I'm
up.
saying. Hey, take your time, man. You know. Um, let me see. Verse 20, for the power of the Lord is great, and he's honored of the lowly. Seek not out, what's the point? Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. See, a lot of these things that Jake try to get too deep into are above your strength. You need to just be worried about and focused on, okay, what you're able to do. Fulfill your lot. Stay in your pay grade.
Mhm.
If you had a job and they only taught you how to do fries, then damn it,
Be
master the
best,
fries.
hey,
You
be
know what I'm
best
saying?
fry.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, make them the crispiest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That they'd have never seen. And then when you master that, then you can move on to something else. You see, that's another thing too. Jake wanna fulfill or fill up their whole plate. I'm gonna read this book and this book and this book and this book and this book all in one week. Bro, just focus on one. When you focus on one and master that one, then you can move on to the next one. That's going to give you that true experience, man. And ultimately, the experience comes from applying the scriptures. It goes deeper than, reading is definitely fundamental and it's important, but you got to apply these scriptures as well. You can go through, you can read through the whole Bible, but if you're not applying it, then you just wasted your time. It means you got to go back and do it again, because you're not applying the scripts, man. Um, but that was it, bro. That's all I had. If you had anything else?
Uh, yeah, that's all I had too.
All right, wait. With that, we can go ahead and close out and wrap it up. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. All right, before we close, giving all praise on our glory to Yahweh,
Tiahawa,
by
by
Shem,
Hashem,
by Rashai, by
Yahushua, by
Shem.
Hashem,
All
Pakadash.
right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth, the true leaders of Israel today. And once again, peace, much love, and citation to all for elect. All right, you brothers, keep pushing, keep fighting this good fight of faith. Don't let no man take your crown. All right, with that, Shalom, Kwaya Shalom, off of the ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.